Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, D-Day. I'm Joanna Weidenhammer.
And I'm Megan Weidenhammer.
And this is Kennedy Live.
In weather, it's sunny, 31 degrees with a high of 34 and a low of 23.
Happy birthday to Owen Wilson and David Ortiz.
Have any announcements that need to be read on Kennedy Live? Send them into the Submit News tab on the Kennedy Catholic website.
We are always auditioning for new talent here at Kennedy Live. Don't be shy. Please see Brian Rendich, Kevin Blewett, Jordan Hopkins, Tevin Costoso, or Mrs. McGowan for more information.
If you would like to help in being a part of costumes for the play, please contact Ms. DeGrande at aedegrande@gmail.com or contact Caitlin Farrell.
There will be a brief meeting in the library immediately after school today for any girls interested in joining the swim team.
And now for In the News with Maura.
Good morning, I'm Maura Fallon and this is In the News. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon has declared a state of emergency and activated the National Guard in advance of a grand jury decision about whether a white police officer will be charged in the fatal shooting of a black teenager, Michael Brown, in the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson. Nixon said Monday that the National Guard would assist state and local police in case there is civil unrest when the grand jury decision is announced. France identified one of its citizens Monday as executioner in the latest ISIS video showing the beheading of an American hostage. A prosecutor in Paris identified him as Maxime Houchard, 22, a convert to Islam whom French authorities have been tracking for years. He recently posted pictures of himself in fatigues in Syria. He also gave an interview to a French television network in July and claimed part of the credit for ISIS' capture of the Iraqi city of Mosul. New York City today unveiled an ambitious plan to roll out a free city-wide municipal Wi-Fi network that officials say will be the fastest and most wide-reaching network of its kind in the world. At a press conference at City Hall, the city unveiled Link NYC, which will rely on thousands of kiosks that will be deployed at locations currently occupied by payphones. The kiosk will be installed in as many as 10,000 locations throughout the 5 boroughs and will offer Wi-Fi service at 1 gigabyte per second with a radius of 150 feet. They'll also offer free domestic voice calls to all 50 states. The first of the kiosks is expected to begin service in late 2015. Well, that's all from the news. Back to the anchors.
Thank you very much, Maura. And now over to sports with Jess.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic Sports Nation. I'm Jessica Sayo with your sports. Tomorrow, JV basketball at Christ the King at 5 p.m. and varsity basketball at Christ the King School at 7 p.m. Well, that's all for sports. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Jess. And now for This Day in History with Michaela.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Michaela Rooney with This Day in History. In 1863, President Lincoln travels to Gettysburg. In 1886, Chester Arthur dies in New York. And I hope that Miss Morris is watching, because in 1978, Billy Joel's first #1 album tops the pop charts. That's all for This Day in History. Back over to the anchors.
Thanks very much, Michaela. And now for the saint of the day.
Good morning, I'm Becky Rendich with your Saint of the Day. Today is the feast day of Saint Rose Philippine. Born in Grenoble in 1769, she joined the Society of the Sacred Heart and was sent to the United States in 1818, where she instituted a boarding school for daughters of pioneers. She continued establishing schools for different people, and the U.S. knew her as the woman who was always praying. She died in 1852 and was beatified by Pope Pius XII in 1940 and was canonized in 1988 by Pope John Paul II. She is remembered for her courage and determination to help Native Americans. That's all for Saints of the Day. Back to the anchors.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Becky.
Becky.
Well, one more announcement. Please bring in your assigned items for the United for the Troops. They're right outside the office. You could put them right in the boxes. Well, I'm Joanna Weidenhammer.
And I'm Megan Weidenhammer.
And this has been Kennedy Live. Have
a great day.